Karen Bailey with Rockin' Mama, and I am here with local restaurateur and cookbook author, Chef Zov.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much. We're here to celebrate your second cookbook, correct?
Right. Yes, it is.
Simply
Zov was published this year, 2011. It's a second book that I finished within 5 years. It took me 5 years to write this book. And the first book was in 2005, which was very successful. And these are additions that I didn't have in the first book. Recipes and Memories from the Heart did really, really well. And people absolutely loved it. It was a bestseller. So now we have this, Simply Zov. It's just as good, and it's really beautiful. It has 300 photos, and 200 or so recipes from the book are all pictures. Every recipe has a picture. And I feel that recipes really are much more appealing to the cook when they see pictures. I just feel that it's a must to have pictures in every cookbook. It gets them inspired, and it gets them to get in the mood to cook. And it makes it look easy too.
That's wonderful. You know, I've had a chance to flip through the book a little bit, and the recipes look really delicious.
They are.
And, you know, I'm wondering, do you think that we can actually recreate these recipes at home?
You absolutely can create the recipes at home, because the ingredients that are in the book are things that you already have in your cupboard, in your refrigerator: cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, mint. Not mint so much, but fresh herbs like your chives, your basil, and cilantro, parsley. It's really herb-driven and condiment-driven and spice-driven. They're all seasonal things. There's a lot of things on vegetarians. People like vegetarian food these days are staying away from meat. There's a lot of salads and soups and entrees and really wonderful dishes in there that's very simple to prepare. As I'm talking to you, when you start cooking from the book, I will be talking to you just as I am to you now and telling you step by step how to do it. There is not one question you will have at the end of the recipe after you finish cooking that you're wondering what to do. It's all there.
Okay, well that must be
very instructional,
yeah.
And it's very simple. That's why Simply Zov, it's simply the recipes, and Zov is the name of the restaurant and the brand.
That's wonderful. Now, you actually own a few restaurants here in Orange County,
yes,
correct?
We have 3 restaurants. We have a Newport Coast, we have one in Irvine. Of course, Tustin has been here 25 years. And next week, we're opening at the John Wayne Airport 2 additional restaurants.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So you're going to demonstrate a recipe from the book,
yes,
correct?
Yes, I'm going to be preparing and show you how to make the Parmesan Crusted Chicken Breast over baby greens. It has caramelized walnuts and poached pears with goat cheese on top. Simple, elegant, easy to do, and kids love that chicken. It's almost like chicken fingers. It's great.
Sounds delicious.
Basically, we're going to start with chicken breast, which I have salt and pepper on top of the chicken breast. And what I'm going to do is sort of cut this like a book, like flatten it, butterfly sort of. You just cut it like a book all the way down. You could pound it too if you'd like. It's a very nice and thin salad. It works really well with kids. They love this salad. So bring it out, and then what we're going to do is move over here, and I already have my panko mixed with the Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to add some salt here, a little bit of salt. Be careful because Parmesan cheese has already salt in it, so be a little bit conservative on that. Black pepper. So we're going to mix this up together, and I'm going to add some chopped parsley, which gives it a nice taste and color as well. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken breast and we're going to dip it in melted butter, then into the crust, okay, and then we're going to sear it. Okay, so you make sure your pan is very hot, because if your pan is not hot, you're not going to get that brown caramelization. That's what makes a juicy, delicious piece of fish, chicken, or meat, whatever that might be. You always have to get your pan really hot first, and then use a little bit of oil. And when you start seeing the oil just kind of slipping away, you already know that it's hot enough. As you can see, it's sliding away from the pan, that's a good sign. So we're going to take the chicken and we're going to, and you want to hear that sound. You want to make sure that sound is there. And you just wait until it's nicely brown. And don't turn that until you have a nice brown on the bottom, as we are going to see now. Wow. See how nice that is? The reason this brown fast like that is because your pan was hot. If your pan wasn't hot, you're going to get that white color, which is not a pleasant color. And it also steams the food. This sears the food. There's a difference between searing it and just cooking it. Searing it is when you sort of shock the meat. When you shock the meat just goes crazy. It just shocks up. And then what happens is it just puts a nice crust on top of it, and it keeps the juices in. So we have the chicken already cooked. As you can see how beautifully browned it is, and it's already sitting here and resting. And what I'm going to do now is assemble the salad. Here I have baby mixed greens, all different types of, I have romaine lettuce, I have red leaf lettuce, I have Boston lettuce. It's all combined together. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of pomegranate vinaigrette, which is 1 part of acid to 2 parts of oil. So we're just going to mix this together. And try not to add too much vinegar because you really want to taste the chicken. You don't want to taste the vinegary part of it. The chicken part is the best part to taste rather than, you don't want to overpower the salad with vinegar. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add, just on a nice pretty plate, just pile it up nicely. You can have the vinaigrette made up to a week ahead of time. Just keep it in your refrigerator, and when you're ready, you just basically assemble it together. Then I have some poached pears here.
How did you poach the pears?
The poached pears is what you do is you put in a cup of sugar to 2 cups of water, and you cook that down a little bit, and then you add the peeled pears, and you put in 1 tablet of vitamin C. That stops it from turning dark. So the vitamin C is a great tip for people that are having trouble with their pears, they turn dark. Put that into the water, and it's all in the book. It explains everything in the book. So that's the pears, and then you put in a few slices of red onions here, and then a few toppings of teardrop tomatoes. Then candied walnuts. You can buy that already done in any of your nut stores. They have them in bags. That Trader Joe's has a wonderful one. And this really gives it a nice flavor as well. Then I'm going to add some goat cheese to this. Very little. Then the chicken. Then you would cut it at a bias. See how nicely it's already cooked? It's so fast.
It smells delicious, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Simple meal, yet very elegant. And there you are, our beautiful, delicious salad for you to enjoy.
Well, Chef Zov, this salad looks incredibly delicious.
Thank you.
It smells good, and it was really simple. It looked really simple and
It really
quick.
is. I think you'll really enjoy making the salad. You're going to love it.
Wonderful. And so the recipe is in the book.
Yes, it is. Simply Zov.
All right. And Simply Zov is available on Barnes & Noble and at all of your restaurant locations, right?
All of our 3 locations and Tustin, and on our website, www.zovs.com.
And for more information about the book tour, visit my site, rockinmama.net.